There's a saying that says, practice make perfect. But what we don't understand is when we try to be perfect, we are destroying ourselves internally, right? There's another saying I like to go by. Practice builds a routine. Because if you're constantly striving to be the best version of yourself, being perfect is out the window. Because you're waking up each and every day to pursue what you want to pursue in order to grow into a new version of yourself. See, what's happening is that we get this thought in our head to say we have to be perfect. We have to be good at what we're doing. We cannot mess up. And why can't we mess up? See, the thing about messing up is that it gives us a lesson on how to grow and how to heal and how to learn. But see, what's happening, if we're always perfect, we can't grow into the person that we need to become in order to start healing. So when you gentle to yourself, when you're kind to yourself, you're really able to identify the mistakes that you are able to make, which is absolutely okay. But see, what's happening is that we get stuck in this thought process of I have to be perfect at everything that I do. But in reality, when you just wake up and give your best effort each and every day, you really start to grow. You really start to learn. You really start to heal. But the perfect thought process destroys us, because if we're not perfect, we're messing up a lot. We get to judging ourselves. We become more hard on who we are as a person. So for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to be speaking about having grace for yourself and ways to build that up. Ways to have grace. Ways to have grace. And what's so scary is that this is durable. Being kind to yourself is understandable. Being kind to yourself is a achievable goal. But we don't understand how much we can achieve until we start understanding what we're trying to accomplish. When I was playing football, I wanted to be perfect so much in everything that I was doing. And my position and tackling and making plays and being around my teammates and learning the plays. I wanted to be perfect at everything that I'd done because I knew something was going to come from it. I didn't know what, but I knew something was going to come from it. But I had to learn that I had to miss a couple of tackles in order to humble myself mentally. As I was playing football, if I miss a tackle and I'm sitting on how I just missed this play, the next play can be ruined. The next play that's coming up after the one I just missed can be affected. See, a lot of times as we're going through life, we don't understand the power of today has, what the power of today has and what it consists of. So a lot of times we really have to learn that it's okay to mess up. It's okay to miss this tackle. It's okay to miss this play. It's okay. It is okay, because when I learned how to give myself grace and focus on the next play rather than the play that just happened, good and or bad, I really start to learn what life was trying to present to me. Sometimes in life, you're not going to be able to figure out everything that you need to figure out in order to start growing. But as long as you're taking the daily steps in order to start healing and grow and try, you start to really grasp the understanding that you can do anything you put your mind to. But when you put your mind to the thought process of being successful, you have to understand being successful is not going to come overnight. And sometimes we get so stuck in our head because perfect is not here. We're not perfect. We can't do everything so good. I keep messing up. I keep stumbling on my words. I keep pressing record because I'm not good to myself. I'm not kind to myself. Because I want to be perfect so much, I destroy the process and what it's trying to teach me. I can't get up every morning and hit record and be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. See, there's a thing. When you understand who you are and who you're becoming, you start to become the best version of yourself rather than perfection. When you try to be perfect, you're forgetting about yourself because nothing can be that perfect. Nothing ever can be that perfect. And see, what's happening is that we go through a phase in our life to say, this journey I want to go on is going to be so impactful. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to be so determined. But as you're determined, you're forgetting about the process. I can't wake up successful. I can't wake up be comfortable being on camera if I don't never start. I can't wake up being perfect if perfect never exists. You know what I mean? Like, that perfect does not exist. I was watching this video with Kobe Bryant, and he mentioned, he was like, as long as you get up and work on yourself and do the best of your capabilities, you're gonna do good. Sometimes it go your way, sometimes it doesn't go your way. Either way, you're going to have to start over the process however it goes. But when you figure out why you're doing something at the level that you're at, you start to learn that the perfection idea is not there, because you just want to wake up and be the best version of yourself. I just want to wake up and be the best version of myself today. Today, what do I need to do? Who I need to become? Why am I doing this? What do I need to say? What do I need to learn? What do I need to understand? I started to be kind to myself and give grace to everything that I was doing. Because so what? I'm not at the place that I want to be mentally. But that is okay. I'm thinking about how far I have came throughout this process. And the best thing that I've learned is to always wake up and give it your best and give it your 110% each and every day. Some days you're not gonna be able to do that. Some days I don't feel like recording and making content. Some days I didn't feel like going to practice. Some days I didn't feel like getting up. But the end result helped me get up to believe in myself. When you wake up and be the best version of yourself, being perfect is not a factor. Because you're going to mess up, you're going to stumble, you're going to trip, you're going to fall, you're going to have to start over so many times. You are going to get comfortable with the process rather than becoming perfect. Being perfect it will destroy us, because if one thing doesn't go our way, we're like, oh, what's wrong? What just happened? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why can't I figure this out? In reality, nothing's wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. But when we get stuck, we get to blame on ourselves. When we get to blame on ourselves, we get hard on ourselves. When we get hard on ourselves, we stop loving ourselves. Why is it that we have to go through this phase of perfection in order to figure out that it's okay to fail at something that we're not good at? You have to learn how to be great. You just don't wake up being the best version of yourself. You really have to learn. There's steps to this. There's levels to this. Identify where you are. And where you are is phenomenal. It's an amazing place to be. Don't look at where you are and compare it to somebody else's journey, because you are your own person. You are at your own level. And when we start comparing ourselves to people, that's when we start destroying what we have built for ourselves. The next point I want to hit on is don't compare yourself. And I'm gonna write that down. I know I just been, you know what I mean? I know I just been going crazy, but don't compare yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy, because when you compare your life to somebody else, we become envy, because they have something that we don't have. They are doing something that we're not doing. They're successful at the level that we want to achieve. But what's happening is that it's not our time yet. It's not our time to achieve what they put the time and effort in each and every day behind the scenes. But see, what's happening is that we see their journey today and don't even learn or worry about what has happened over the past few years. How can we grow into this person instead of growing to hate on this person, instead of growing to compare ourselves to him or her? But what's happening is that we have to get comfortable with the process and the journey, because this person is up here, has been through so much that you didn't see, has been through so much that you didn't learn. It has been through so much that it wasn't your time to walk in. But the second we start to learn more about ourselves, that's the moment we become the best version of ourselves each and every day. When you become the best version of yourself each and every day, you're not comparing yourself to the next person, because the next person is at the level that they're at. Now, if you come encounter and want to learn from this person, learn from this person. Take their lessons and put it in your everyday life. And once you put it in your everyday life, keep trying, keep failing, keep making mistakes, but don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself where you forget to give yourself grace. Remember, things are going to come in the time that you put in. Practice does not make perfect. No. Practice build a routine to give you confidence within yourself. But you can't identify what that confidence is if you're not trying to become the best version of yourself. And grace, giving ourselves grace, helps us identify how we can become graceful amongst ourselves. It takes time. It takes understanding. It takes you trying. You really have to try at this. You have to try this so bad, because if you're not trying to better yourself, you're going to forget about the process and the journey that you need to walk along in order to start healing and growing and become the best version of yourself. When you don't compare yourself, you don't have to worry about seeing this person's success and comparing it to your beginning, because you're just starting out. It's not going to happen overnight to where you're starting and you're successful. It would never be like that. Social media give a perspective that you can become successful. You can become successful. But understand, if you don't put the time and effort in behind the scenes, this person that you are comparing to is going to be so much further, because they was consistent along the journey. As you're starting, the reason why you don't want to compare it to somebody is because you have to learn why you need to be consistent, why you're doing what you're doing, why you want to believe in yourself. Why? Like, what is your purpose? You have to figure this out for yourself. And once you figure this out for yourself, that's when you start to walk along your journey, your process, and to become the best version of yourself. Well, we can't do that if we're in the beginning phase and we haven't put the time and effort into ourselves in order to create the success that someone else has. But when you're comparing yourself, you're destroying who you are, because you don't have what the next person has. And that is okay. Your time is going to come if you believe in yourself and believe in your journey. Your journey is going to teach you why you need to do this. Your journey is going to teach you why you need to be confident. Your journey is going to teach you everything that you need, that it need to be taught at a time and place it needs to be learned. When I started learning how to make content, it was the most difficult thing for me to do. I couldn't hit record on the phone for nothing, because it sounded wrong. I was stuttering a lot. I was saying a lot of filler words, like, like. But what I didn't learn was how to get in front of a camera and start speaking. I didn't learn that when I started. But the best thing I did was start, and the lesson came at the time that it needed to be presented. I can't say what you're going to do is going to be a waste of time. If you believe in yourself and trust the process of everything that you're doing, I guarantee your reward is going to come later on. It's not going to come overnight. Nothing. Get this idea out of your head. Success doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time as you're continuously putting effort into yourself. Every day you have to commit to yourself and say, I'm going to be the best version of myself. Every single day you have to commit, I'm going to be the best version of myself. And so what? What if you do fail? What if you do have bad days? What if you do have days that wasn't as good as yesterday? That's absolutely fine. You get up and you accept what has already happened. You can't change the past, but you can't change yourself in order to enhance your future. And by enhancing, I'm talking about to better your future. But you can't do this if you don't start. You can't do this if you don't believe in yourself. If you can't do this if you don't realize where you are at. When you don't compare yourself, you realize where you are at in today's time and where you're trying to go. When I figured out where I'm trying to go, now I have to really be consistent with the process. Now I have to get up every day and do this, make content, speak, talk, whatever the case is. I need to do this every day to better my skills, to better my talent, to better everything that's in me. I have flaws. I have flaws. Like, prime example, I've been going to the gym lately. I don't know if you can tell, but I have this jacket on, but I've been going to the gym lately. And I'm consistent with the gym. But what I'm not consistent with is my diet. I know I'm supposed to be eating good. I know it. I 100% know it. But I don't want to be perfect. And I just can't. And I just realized this morning. I'm like, why can't I get my diet right? I don't want to be perfect. I just want to keep getting up every day to keep trying to be the best version of myself. And what does that consist of? Me being consistent in the gym, me being consistent with making content, me being consistent with learning who I am, me being consistent with reading the word, reading the Bible, me being consistent and steady learning. So I'm so grateful amongst myself because I realize everything that I'm doing. So what, my diet's not right? So what? It is okay. I am not going to die. Well, I am not going to be in a position to where I let my bad diet habits destroy everything that I've been working on. That's just one aspect of it. And people don't tell you have a lot of discipline to work on. You do. It is a lot. It is overwhelming. But if you try to work on everything all at once, that's the moment that you become stressful. That's the second you become stressed out on your journey. Well, how do I know this? Because I know. I know I love the gym. I know. Wait. I know I hate the gym, but I know I need to go to the gym in order to maintain healthy. But if my diet is not good, it's like it's not balanced. But that is okay. That is okay. Why? Because I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect at everything that I'm doing. I just want to try. Sometimes my diet go all over the place. That is okay. I don't beat myself up, because if I'm beating myself up, everything that I've accomplished today, it goes down the drain, because this one particular thing is destroying everything that I've done. When you give grace to yourself, you understand that it's okay to mess up. That's the next point that I want to hit on. It's okay. It's okay. I promise, it is okay to mess up. It is okay. And I said this 3 times, and I'm gonna say it a 4th. It is okay. Sometimes you need to mess up in order to remain yourself. Sometimes you need to make a mistake to realize what mistake you just made. Sometimes you can't always be perfect and make the play on the field. When I was playing football, it was 60 minutes in the game. I couldn't make every play on the game in the game. I couldn't make every play during the game. I'm sorry, I just lost train of thought. I could not make every play that was going on the field. But I knew I had to do my part. I knew I had to do my role. If I miss a tackle, okay, cool. I need to focus on the next play. I need to focus on the next thing. I need to focus on the next position. I need to focus on everything that I need to do in order to be in position for the next time it happens. So what if they run the same play, same direction, same pull? The right tackle is coming to pull, and now I'm able to read it because I messed up on the first time and got hit and got knocked off my feet. But sometimes we as people need to get knocked off our feet in order to learn how we're picking ourselves up. Are we going to stay on the ground? We're going to get up. But when you get up, you have to commit to yourself that you're going to figure this out. I have to commit to myself to say that it's okay not to make this play. It is okay to miss a tackle. It is okay to miss up an assignment. It is okay. But what do I do when I identify that it's okay and I start working on myself? Why is it so important? If I let that one bad mistake stop me from growing, my day is ruined. Because I don't have control of myself. I don't have control of my emotions. I can't predict the future, but I can predict how I can be, how I can become, how I can try, how I can get up every day and put forth the effort to make something different. But it doesn't happen if we're letting the mistakes destroy us for today. And here's what's happening. When we make a mistake, we get so stuck in our head to say, why am I doing this? Why me? Why can't I figure this out? Why is it so hard for me to understand it? Sometimes you need to go through this difficulty to realize that what you're doing is absolutely okay. What you're doing is absolutely okay. And it's okay because you have another day to heal. You have another hour to try. You have another minute to figure it out. But people don't tell you as you start working on yourself, it's going to be the most difficult thing that you ever do. How do I know this? Because I'm constantly working on myself. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. I know it's overwhelming. But I don't throw the towel in on myself because I want to learn how to be the best version of who I am each and every day. Until I learn this, that's when I'm able to be more comfortable with the process. Until I learn this, that's when I'm able to identify who I am. Until I learn this, I'm able to become the best version of myself. But the second I realize who I want to become and why I'm doing the things I'm doing today is because for future references, I can refer back to who I was today. If you watch this video for this far, please hit that subscribe button. Please comment. Please like. Please share this with somebody. Because it's really impactful. It's really empowering that somebody hear this message. For the last point that I want to hit on is don't quit. The easiest thing to do is to mess up. It's to not get something right the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. It's to constantly keep messing up and to throw in the towel and to walk away from what you have already started. That's the easiest thing to do, right? That's the easiest thing. Throw it in the towel, forget everything that you've done and just walk away. Easiest thing to do. But the most disciplined, yet difficult, yet beneficial thing to do is to identify what mistake has been made. What did you do wrong? How did it go? What way did it end? What did you do in order for the outcome to be what it was? Until we sit down in ourselves and identify what this lesson is, we're going to be so stuck in ourselves because we want to quit faster than we want to try. And when we quit, we're not just quitting along the journey. We're not just quitting along on ourselves. We're not just quitting on everyone that's around us. We're quitting on the process and becoming the best version of ourselves and trying and believing and everything that you get while you're pursuing your dreams. When you don't quit, you really become a new person, a new version of yourself, because you can say, I can do this, and this is how I'm going to do it because I believe in myself. Sometimes you don't need to know the answer in order to keep trying. You don't need to know the answer to be consistent. You don't need to know the answer to actually put yourself out there and figure out what you need to do and why. When you start to learn about the lessons that you need to learn or have or be around in order to become the best version of yourself. The most dangerous information to have is the information that you don't know. And I know this because there's a lot of information that I don't know. And I still don't feel smart. And I still don't feel like I'm in the right place. I still don't feel like that. I don't feel like that. But I don't beat myself up because I have grace on myself. Who do I need to go talk to in order to figure this out? What do I need to learn? What do I need to read? What do I need to watch? Who do I need to be around? When you learn who you are, you get around people that can help you grow. But if you're not around people that can help you grow, you're trying to figure everything out by yourself. How are you supposed to figure something out if you don't have the answers to help you heal? How are you supposed to figure something out if it hasn't been taught to you? How are you supposed to figure something out if you never tried? Sometimes the wrong answer is the best solution to have because you're doing your best. But as you're doing your best, someone is going to come into your life and help you identify that your best can be better. Notice I didn't say your best can be perfect. Your best can be better. And by your best being better, that's when you become the best version of yourself. Because you're trying, you're believing, you're doing, you're seeing. You're walking along the path of fear. You're not letting fear stop you. You're walking along the path of faith. You're not letting fear stop you because you made a couple mistakes in your life. You're not letting fear stop you because nothing went your way. If you're thinking nothing's going to go your way, life will never reward you for the amount of effort that you put in for yourself. Nothing, I guarantee, nothing's gonna ever go your time, go for you 100% of the time. What about 50%? What about 40%? What about 30%? What about 20%? What about any percent? When you see the results of your present self today, you're gonna keep pursuing your dreams. It doesn't come overnight. You have to commit to yourself and say, I'm gonna be committed to learning who I am. I'm gonna be committed to trying. I'm gonna be committed to go along this process to become the best version of myself. In order to do that, you have to have grace for yourself. You have to have grace within who you are as a person. Don't compare yourself. When you compare yourself, you're comparing yourself to someone's journey and their success rather than your own accomplishments, rather than your own time, rather than your own journey. When you don't compare yourself, I know that it is okay. Know that it's okay to mess up. Know that it's okay to not be where you want to be. Know that it is okay that your time has not came yet because you didn't put the work in or the effort to change your life. It's not time. Identify it's okay. Once you identify it's okay, you really start to learn how to become a best version of yourself. Because you're not as hard on yourself. You have grace amongst yourself and knowing that it's going to be okay if I keep trying. If I keep trying, I'm going to be okay. But if I quit, I can't learn the lessons that I needed to learn in order to be the person I wanted to become. And it's going to take time. Commit to yourself that everything that you are going to face, you are going to go through with your head up, chest out, and just walk through it. Don't run through it. If you run through it, you're going to miss the lesson. If you walk through it and see everything that's around you, look at your environment, look at the people that's there with you. And let it hit you. Listen to what you're saying. Listen to your emotions. And identify that when you give yourself grace, you're able to grow into a new version of yourself because this new version accepts you as a person.